Ah, it's on cooldown.
What's up, guys? I'm John Slott from It's on Cooldown. How about that E3 2016? All the gasp-generating announcements and cringe-worthy moments are honestly super addicting to scroll through on my newsfeed. Like last week, that's all I did. Kotaku and IGN posts ruled my life, basically. I personally can't wait to get my hands on the new Zelda Breath of the Wild game. It looks so good. Anywho, I'd like to address the elephant at this year's E3, specifically a particular game shown during PlayStation's conference. One that left many speechless with its unexpected reveal, amazing musical score, and its bare chested male protagonist. No, not that one. I mean, it's a badass trailer and all, but I'm talking about the one with Norman Reedus and his Norman Reed ass. Norman Reedus and his Norman fetus. You know the one I'm talking about here. Yeah, I'm talking about Death Stranding. As soon as Kojima-san began to take his X-Men 1 inspired catwalk towards us, I knew one thing for sure. We were in for something good. Now, I'm not here to dissect the trailer and pluck its juicy details for all to see. I'm sure other people are doing trailer rewinds and whatever. I'm here to talk about how this trailer has invoked all sorts of conspiracies around the net. Minute details about what this title will center around, whether it's a title that has to do with environment, or if it's a psychological thriller type game, this thing is chock full of information that is incredibly open for interpretation. Among these theories, I stumbled upon a burning question that formed within myself about the game, which was addressed in this interview with Hideo Kojima and Jeff Keighley that I looked up.
Like, oh, is that who's the character there? And people were like, is that Norman Reedus? Who is it? Can you tell us anything about who that character is?
And inside this helmet, there was this skull. However, it was not a skull, but a person wearing a skull. Now, who's this person? That's everyone. That's us. That's the users. That's each one of us wearing that mask.
So, when asked about the identity of Ludens, Kojima's new mascot, Kojima denied Ludens' involvement in Death Stranding by seemingly sidestepping the question, answering with a metaphor. So, according to Hideo Kojima, Ludens is not involved with Death Stranding, right? Right? Wrong. I believe the character Ludens is in fact Norman Reedus in Death Stranding, and I can tell you right now that it's all in the eyes. Okay, let's examine Exhibit A fully rendered pic of the impressively armor-clad Ludens with an interesting choice of color palette. The armor and glass on this thing look amazing. However, the sky does look kinda cloudy. Pretty dreary if you ask me, like almost as if it was shot in front of a gloomy shoreline. I mean, the similarities in the sky are kinda uncanny, right? Well, there you go. Norman Reedus and Ludens confirmed. They're the same guy. Case closed. Just kidding. I'm going to provide more evidence, so let's dive in to Exhibit B. Let's check out Ludens' armor and once again examine its features. Kind of looks like a sort of exploration getup if you ask me. It's got a helmet to keep in oxygen and keep out contaminants of sorts to the user. It has a backpack that potentially holds valuable resources, which can also kind of double as an oxygen tank by the looks of it. Honestly, this thing looks like a spacesuit. However, Ludens also reminded me of a different type of exploration, not dealing with what's up above, but with what's down below. The features on the Ludens armor resemble those on a deep sea exploration suit, and from what I've seen from the Death Stranding reveal, the ocean and beached ocean life motifs fit well with any Ludens involvement. Kojima has stated that he wants to create something different with Death Stranding, where it is classified as an action game, but also something different than what we've seen before. If you ask me, a futuristic deep sea thriller with cryptic death undertones definitely qualifies as different in my book. I totally bought Kojima's whole the person under Luden's suit and behind the mask is the player spiel that he had and that he gave during that interview until I saw this other Ludens render by Kojima Productions. Sweet face mask, right? Reminds me of a sort of biker helmet. As cool as this face mask is, the most interesting part of this particular render are actually the eyes behind the mask. These eyes I've totally seen digitally rendered before, and also in live action. I don't know about you, but those eye cutouts reveal more than enough to me to make me believe that Norman Reedus is behind this mask. I mean, check out the actual design of the eyes. The hooded shape of the eyes on Ludens look way too similar to the eyes on Reedus. I mean, just by putting the two side by side, the similarities become so clear. I mean, am I crazy, or does some of this stuff make sense in a way? I mean, check out this light thingy attached to Luden's helmet. This looks like the ones that deep sea explorers use. I think Kojima is once again being Kojima, and what I mean by that is he's trying to pull a Moby Dick Studios on us by slyly denying that Death Stranding and Ludens are in the same game. I'm not falling for it. No, sir, not this time. This time, I've done my big boy theory crafting and realized that these two separate IPs can more likely be the same game. So then what's the takeaway from all this? What will Norman Reedus go through in Death Stranding? Well, taking into account everything I talked about and all of the rendered images of Ludens, and also assuming that the two are the same game, I think Death Stranding will feature Norman Reedus, a calm and collected tenured sci-fi diver, in a potentially post-apocalyptic world where the ocean's well-being is at the center of concern. Reedus loses someone, perhaps his child, which serves as the MacGuffin to drive him into continuing to pursue the beast at the bottom of the ocean floor. Is this torrential beast an actual threatening being, or is the true beast that lies at the ocean floor himself? Boom. Death Stranding. So what do you guys think about all this? Have I over-examined or maybe overlooked certain details? Or do you agree with some of the things I've talked about? Or is my tinfoil hat on too tight? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. All theories aside, I'm super excited for what Kojima Productions has in store for us. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.